Hello and welcome to Esports Stadium Arlington. You're watching the U.S. Army Presents Reload Collegiate CSGO Invitational. We've already gone through Group A through Group C, and today it's all about Group D. I'm Corey Dunn. I'm joined here with Jonathan O as we're about to start another day of Counter-Strike, our long tournament. How's it been for you so far?
Well, it's been great for me, Corey. We've seen a lot of map variety as I look through my notes. We see that Mirage is actually the number one played map at 5 total. But aside from the map picks, I've decided to go with a more colorful shirt myself. My mom calls this the Where's Waldo shirt. So if anyone's looking for him, here I am. As a special someone likes this shirt. It's actually her favorite shirt of mine. Wink, wink. It's not, or at least favorite. But that aside, trying to keep it colorful here on the cast, and that's where we see something provided here in the background. Isn't that right, Corey?
Yeah, I got a little Dragonoff in the background for our AWP, of course, our observer. He's got a whole slew of different types of skinned weapons that is actually brought up here as a prop here inside of our set. But let's go ahead and for those that have not been staying with us, and let's kind of catch everybody up to speed. Here's how the format and everything breaks down. We started off with 28 teams from the central and eastern regions, and those were divided up into 8 different groups. 8 days of group play lasting all the way up until May 4th, where 2 teams from each group will advance into the playoffs. We've already found our first 6 teams out of that 16-team playoff bracket. As you can see, that's going to be a double elimination bracket, and the finals will be on May 10th. First place is $3,000, $1,500 for second, and $500 for third, and every single one of the matches are broadcasted right here on twitch.tv/esportsstadium. That's a lot of Counter-Strike. Let's take a look at the schedule and how this actually really kind of pans out. Again, we are going to be in groups all the way up until May 4th. The playoffs, that 16-team double elimination bracket will begin on May 5th with the finals ending on May 10th. We have an exhibition match because a lot of this wouldn't be possible without the U.S. Army esports team and the U.S. Army group as a whole, where we'll have the third-place team right before the finals will be facing off against the U.S. Army CSGO team. That will be roughly around 5 o'clock. To stay up to date on all of the action, make sure you head over to brackets.esportsstadium.gg. Wow, it's a fun weekend. Of course, it all comes down to the fact that we had so many different teams from all over the nation that has actually joined us. Of course, we've already had a few of them have moved forward into that 16-team double elimination bracket, and we've also seen a few teams actually already go home. Of course, this is a fully online tournament, so every single one of these teams have been playing at home. One of the things that's been fascinating, we even had a stint where we had to wait for a tornado warning to pass by. And then whenever we came back, and luckily that was just, it was all the right things to do. We waited for that game to happen. Also, we saw a few Windows updates that hit along the way. There's all the different types of gamuts that come into whenever you're handling things like that online. And that's, of course, why we really wanted to have this event happen right here at Esports Stadium Arlington. And, of course, one of the things that we're being mindful of as well is our social distancing. We're doing that within the broadcast as well as in the production control room. We want to make sure that everybody's still staying safe all the way through. Also, that brings us into our brackets that we have now. This is Group D. Group D is made up of 3 teams. So Kennesaw, which is a top-ranked team in our overall 28 teams, they're going to get an initial bye that's going to happen. But we're going to kick things off with the University of Alabama in Huntsville facing off against Louisiana State University, LSU. That's going to be our first matchup of the day. That is a best of 1. I didn't mention it right off the top, but any matchup that is in the upper bracket side is actually going to be a best of 1. Any matchup that's in the lower bracket is a best of 3. So whichever team wins this first best of 1 will end up facing off against Kennesaw, and whoever wins that matchup between those 2 teams will advance. Really the first ones to advance into the playoffs. So a lot of good Counter-Strike to come. We've seen a lot from each one of the teams, but we're also being mindful. We're being real with everybody as well. We do not know these players in and out. We are learning through the group phases. We definitely know a lot about the teams that have qualified through Group A through Group C, and today it's a study lesson that we're going to learn a lot about Group D. John O, what do you think of some of these players that we're going to be seeing? What are you looking for? What do you want to see?
Well, I was just about to say, Corey, you said it best. We don't know a lot, so going into this, I was about to answer your question with I don't know. But what I would like to see is we saw a lot of fantastic play yesterday. So just reading through some of the matches between VCU, Georgia Tech, and Pittsburgh, 16-4, 14-16, 16-12, 13-16, and 14-16. That's what I want to see. I want to see close competitive matches. I want to see lots of teamwork being used. And then when we go into these interviews, it's so great to find out all these teams are, yeah, we hang out together. We do all these things together. We've known each other for years, and that's exactly what the gameplay looks like.
Yep.
That's really all we could ask for is just the good constructed play that is from just fundamentals. And that's what has me the most excited for today.
No, it's exactly what you said. I mean, we've seen some of these teams that have said they've been playing on the same team for about 3 years or so, and you absolutely see the chemistry that comes into play with that. There's a lot of different play styles that come with that as well. We've seen some very aggressive play styles, really in your face. We've also seen some very passive, very methodical play styles. So we've definitely seen the full gamut, both ends of the spectrum so far already in this tournament. We're only in Group D. We have 5 groups total, including this one, still to go here in this tournament. So we're still got a lot of Counter-Strike to watch, even before we get into the playoffs, where we'll really start to dissect these teams in and out. All right, so that's going to do it here for our pregame show. We've got some really good matchups that are coming up your way, but we're going to be kicking things off with UAH versus LSU. That will be coming up here right at the top. That's 6 p.m. Central. All of our times are based off of Central Time. That match is coming up here in just a moment. We'll get your pick bands. Which way are we going? What is going to end up happening on the best of one? We'll find out after this. And welcome back to the U.S. Army Presents Reload Collegiate CSGO Invitational. There's so many different opportunities available for you. Visit GoArmy.com to explore 150-plus career possibilities. All right, so here we have it. We've got our first matchup of the day. Group D is about to get underway with LSU and UAH. Let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule on how this day is really going to play out. Starting from the top, as I mentioned before, at 6 p.m., which is about to be here in the next 20 seconds. We like to stay true to our times here. So it's about to start and get underway here in just a moment. UAH versus LSU. Then after that, Kittisal's just waiting for who's going to be the winner of that matchup. Whoever wins that second matchup of the day will end up advancing already into the playoffs. And then our third matchup will kind of cap things off with a best of 3. The loser of the first match and the loser of the second match will then fight it out for that last spot out of Group D. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. Here's UAH, the Alabama Huntsville. So you've got Buddy, you've got Control, as well as Dig Big and Nighthawk, as well as Titan T. As we'll see, we're going to learn a lot about these players. But, John, just off of expression, just off of the headshot, what is the temperature that you're getting right now?
Well, they're missing the esports pose, that's for sure, Corey. That's the first thing I saw is that they're all not having their arms crossed. We'll have to see how that works out for them.
You don't know that, though. You don't know if they don't have their arms crossed.
Yeah, I'm not. If I'm not seeing it, I'm not believing it, Corey. That's the route I'm taking.
Well, so there's your University of Alabama, Huntsville. Let's go ahead and take a look on the flip side from LSU. We've got some GQ poses. We've got some Mafia poses. We've got some traditional esports poses. You're just going to start over from the left side. You got Clack, who's the captain, as well as Free, Josh, Matt, and Miracle. These 5 coming at you from LSU. What are your thoughts on these 5 players?
Free has the best picture I've ever seen. That is definitely the best one. Absolutely. That is what I want esports pictures to look like. He looks like he's what's the DJ Khaled album cover is like Suffering from Success. That's what that looks like to me. And that's what I want to see in this match. I want to see him doing so well that he has like $16,000 in his pocket.
Yep.
They're suffering from success. They can't even spend all their money because they have too much of it.
That's just heavily invested. And let's go ahead and look at the maps, the pick bans that have happened here. This is a best of 1, so we'll take some notes here. LSU has banned Dust 2, has banned Inferno, banned Vertigo. And then you look on the other side, UAH has banned Train, has banned Overpass, and has banned Nuke. And that gets us to one of our default maps. That is being Mirage. We've seen a lot of Mirage. Is this our 6th time now? John?
That is correct. So I'm glad I called that out early in the broadcast. It seems like that is the bread and butter. Like you said, we've been mentioning it this whole way through. Mirage, the 6th time in this tournament. Second behind that is Inferno and Train with 3, and then Dust 2 and Nuke at the bottom with 1 pick each on those. And so no surprise there. As you mentioned, the last bands coming through is Nuke to go alongside with Train. That is UAH taking those out. I'm surprised to see Dust 2 going so early for so many of these teams. I'm curious as to know why that is. It might be gut instinct. It might just be that's more of the, like you said, the Pug style match. And if you're going against the team you don't really know that much about, maybe you don't want to style off in Pug just because it could leave the door open to so many things versus Mirage is that map. You kind of have to have fundamentals to some extent.
Yeah, you've heard it from a few of our different interviews. Some of these things could actually be a little bit too much run and gun, a little RNG. Or random number generators. It's all whatever way you want to kind of play it. So for Dust 2, I think it kind of falls in that same line, and so we'll be looking out for that. Now, as for these games that we have ahead of us, we'll focus on just Mirage at this point. All right, so it's one of those things. I do think it tells us a lot about the team. So that's one of the things I do like about Mirage. We learn about these teams very quickly. They are already in the server, too, which is awesome. So we are definitely flying now, getting things going and getting them underway. So, John, I think what we've seen on Mirage as of late, I mean, we've seen a very default setup across the board, very traditional. You've got one player watching inside of the apartments, one that's helping support over there towards Cat. There's only been one team that's actually played so passive. Actually, I take that back. We've seen quite a few players play very, very passive inside of that A bomb site, which is very unique to me, seeing how passive. They basically are giving up all of the bomb site and not being aggressive at all, which, of course, there's different play styles that you can see all the time in Counter-Strike, and it just may just be working well for those particular teams. So we'll see how they kind of shape up here.
Exactly, and the team that you're mentioning is Miami of University of Ohio, I believe, is what you're talking about.
That's one of
the teams. We saw that's even a point that you called out. They were playing very passive on the A-bomb side, didn't have really strict hits coming through, but yesterday we saw a pretty clinical match between Georgia Tech and Pittsburgh where they went 14-16 all the way the distance, brought us home last night. Man, I almost forget that was yesterday. That happened it was like 24 hours ago, and that happened. It just feels... I don't know. I feel like I feel like we didn't even leave. I just changed shirts and I came right back out here. And so I would love to see another match like that on Inferno where we're seeing the battles of Connector, we're seeing the battles of Window, and then we're seeing those nice B hits every now and then, squeaking them in, getting in through apartments. I mean, that had everything we could have asked for.
Yeah, we've seen every single game for our pistol round, which makes complete sense as they've been attacking the B bomb site. And so we'll take a look here. This is DE Mirage. Now, again, what we'll probably be seeing is the push towards that B bomb site through the apartments. Pretty traditional, whether it's going to be a contact play or they're going to have some set nades before they dive into that bomb site. We'll find out. Now, of course, anybody can change up the tune, and I definitely love seeing that. And so here we are hopping into the game. We wanted to, of course, make you have a last look at the pick bands before we hop into it even further. Again, we're on Mirage. And so here we have it. Let's go ahead and start. They're going to be actually heading towards the A-bomb site. Thank you for changing things up here, LSU. As they've made their way into the bomb site. They already have a quick rotate happen here. The bomb is going to try to get planted. It does. And now it's going to be left up to two members, Nighthawk and Buddy, here for UAH. And they're going to try to, as Nighthawk it took slow and steady, but slow and steady wins the race in this case. As now it's down to a 1-on-2. He now saw one. He actually got him on that cross. And so now he's got this chance. He's going to go ahead and fake the defuse. There's no question there. He does not have a kit here, John. And that's going to bait him out again. Tapping away, and he will get dropped by Miracle. And so now UAH losing the pistol round against LSU. But again, LSU doing something a little different than what we've seen from all the other teams. They elect to hit the B-bomb site, the A-bomb site instead of the B side.
I think we've only seen once throughout this tournament where a team won the pistol round and then immediately lost the following. So we'll have to see if LSU can continue the trend of at least getting 2 to 3 rounds after that. And so it is some impressive shots there from Nighthawk. Wasn't able to close it out. Now we're seeing the Galils and the AKs coming out for LSU. And as you've been bringing up, Corey, this is a round that is absolutely a must-win for LSU on 2 fronts. 1, if they lose, obviously their money's broken, which you never want to see. But 2, you're going to be handing over those valuable rifles on the side to UAH.
Yeah, you don't want to end up losing, especially an AK. But I wouldn't necessarily say they're fully broken. It's a matter of if they get the bomb planted, all those. There's some other different scenarios that can come into play. But it's not good, right? I mean, losing rounds are not good, especially losing the following round after you get the pistol. It's usually worse if you win on the counter-terror side for a pistol and then lose it. That's usually detrimental, but that's why you see a lot of times where the T side elects to go ahead and buy, even though they've lost that previous. So here we have it now. It looks like they're going to start working their way here towards that B bomb site. In the defense, you've got Titan as well as his teammate Buddy that's in there. They're going to be kind of holding the angle. Buddy's going to make hold the initial angle. Buddy tapping through the site. They actually have 3 players that are already over here towards this site. Nobody's been dropped. There they go. Now all 4 have been dropped inside the site.
Cow.
And that's going to do it as Josh gets the last one. And so 2-0. And we found out that we actually do have an art student. That's cool.
That was great. I'm glad we were able to capture that little small moment there. That always puts a smile on face. Just like you just put the smile on the wall. So 2 for LSU, Corey. That was actually really favored for UAH. They had 4 people, very quick proximity to the B site, but LSU too clean with the rifles, it seems. And look at that. Looks like they're setting up for the same exact route that they took last round. Of course, this time they're going to have to go against the rifles of UAH, which is always a mightier task. But it almost seems like this is an exact replica of what we saw from last round. Everyone's in the same position. I think the only one that's different is Titan is taking a super far forward approach, already walking towards T spawn. Now that's going to be a good indication for them that it might be another B hit, but no over rotations coming in just yet. And now he's getting even further. He's going to see Matt. Oh my goodness, they saw each other, but nothing happened. Matt finding the kill over here. Nighthawk able to take one over onto Titan. Excuse me, onto a Miracle there. Now we're seeing the same exact execute, even the same flash grenades coming out. Buddy throwing down a smoke, throwing down a flash, and now we see the rotations coming through. There's one player over towards Connector, coming out to the market. I cannot believe he didn't see them there. Free exactly like his name is. He was getting free kills, but he got too focused on trying to find the player from apartments or even the rotations jumping out that he didn't see the player just swinging in front of him. And now it's all up to Dig to make, oh, excuse me, no, he's got another teammate himself in CTL. He's coming from Connector. Now it is all up to Dig. He has all to do from Market. He's going to be coming out of this smoke, and Free's going to find him, and he's going to tag him down. That's 3 free kills, and that is 3 rounds for LSU.
Wow, seeing LSU come right out of the gates, it's been great to see. UAH, they really have some tough road ahead of them where they need to start figuring it out already. They've got Deagles in hand. Now we're going to see these set smokes and flashes coming over the top. See where those fall. One's going to be over there towards Catwalk. The other one inside of Window. They're going to have another follow-up. But, the Deagle headshot from Nighthawk. Nighthawk inside of Window and taking out Josh.
Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad for Josh right now. That personally hurts me is when you see that. But CTL getting taken down on the other side by Miracle. Now he's going to throw a Molotov on mid, make sure there's no one there. They don't hear anything being flushed out, but Dig finding a forward position, and now Nighthawk's got a little bit off of mid. He's going to check his angle. Yes, he will. Not able to do any damage on their way in, and now they're finding themselves towards Connector. Nighthawk's going to have to find another kill, but not able to do so this time, and it looks like the A bomb site's theirs. There's one player under Palace, and that's Titan. Let's see if he has the trigger discipline, but they're going to just immediately check him, not even given the opportunity, and it is down to Buddy. And he is in Market. He's got a Deagle. He's got no armor. At this point, I think you just hold your angle, see if they try to push you. Holding the Deagle's not going to do you the most for the next round. At least it's not $300 if they find you, but if you find a gun, that is absolutely a win going into round number 4, as this is essentially done. Free is on the hunt. He's looking for his 7th, and he's going to find him, but doesn't pick him up just yet. So Free's going to call him out. They're going to start swarming, but Buddy able to find him, and that is 1 on the board for him. Let's see how many more he could tack on.
We saw him on that cross there, so they know that he's over by Window and will get dropped. So Miracle getting another one. All right,
shooting bodies already, Corey.
Yeah, it's just habit. I don't think
it's just habit.
I don't think it's as bad as what most people think it is. Call of Duty, yes. Counter-Strike, nah.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I mean,
I'm
just saying like it's
part of the game.
It's just what you do. It's not like you got 5 seconds to waste. Like, you're not picking up any weapons.
What else am I going to do? Respect my enemies? Of course not. And
just let go of your mouse and keyboard? No, you keep playing.
Interesting take there, Corey.
No rest for the
At
dead.
what point in your Counter-Strike history did you learn that? Because I'm about 2 years in, and I haven't learned that yet. You've got 15 years, right?
No, I've got more than that.
Okay,
Counter-Strike? Yeah, 21.
Well, anyways, we're getting back into the match. We're seeing Dig being found on a ramp, but that is CTL with the AWP holding from jungle. A nice shot there onto Miracle. That's going to even up the odds for them as they find the rotation stacking into their favor now. The bomb's going down. It is actually in the hands of Clack, and he will not be able to get that down. He's in Palace. He's got one. Actually, one goes for the Molotov, but he's got the AWP.
Clack doing some figure eights. Keeping his wrist warm. Let's see. Now, he's got time. He's in a tough spot. But bad nade coming in from Buddy. Buddy's struggling. And there's going to be another molly. Now, Buddy's going to get the upper hand, though, on him because the molly did end up falling deep in the hallway, so he had nowhere to go. So UAH picking up their first round. Good A-hold. Really give it up to CTL. Yes, there was a D at the end of that.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I just could hold back the little chuckle there, but
you did.
Round number 6, LSU versus UAH, and oh my lord, Josh being taken through the smoke. Was he the same person who got taken out last time?
Yes.
Man, that has to be frustrating. The first time is like, okay, I guess I won't let that happen again. The second time's like, how does this keep happening to me?
Because you keep going to the same spot, headshot level. There's a smoke there.
Nah, that can't be it. That makes too much sense, Corey. Stop
Too much logic. Rationale.
Corey, you're being an a-hold right now.
We're gonna let that one go.
And now we see Clacky's pushing into the B apartments. They've seen some success as LSU. Going through this side. Let's see if they take the same execute. They're just going to see one, and Buddy's going to call it out. Immediately followed by the Molotov, but they are going to run right through it. They want this site, and they want Buddy, but Buddy has found the response on Free, and he's found the response on Miracle. It is a 2-for-2 trade, now all up on the hands of Matt.
Clack with that AWP, I mean, he's just pushing in as if he's got an assault rifle. I love it. All right, so now Matt by himself, and he'll get dropped.
Matt actually saw him rotating over. Didn't want to shoot just yet to reveal his position.
Right.
Losing the fight, and that's going to be the second round for UAH. Money not looking great on the side of LSU. We see the most on Miracle. He might be able to buy something here. He's going to get the utility. And I think they're based on their posture, it looks like they're going to make a fast A hit here. Through Palace, we saw this the very first time in the pistol round. They got the bomb down. So that is some success there. Maybe that's all they're looking for is the bomb plant. And they're like, well, if this worked once, maybe it can work twice. Oh, actually, they won that round.
That was going to be a quick rush out here. They went directly out of Palace. Bomb is trying. It does get down. This is going to be a rough end for the T side here, but they do manage the main objective. Is that's just getting the bomb planted, rushing directly out of the Palace, and now the score is 4-3. And yes, John, I did fix everything from last night. So now you can see over there we've got 8 flashes there, so it works.
Very well did. Great job, Corey.
Oh, thanks. That's what I was looking for. Hearing a compliment from you means so much to me.
Well, you better get used to it, Corey. I'll keep some more in for you whenever I see that you're feeling down. It seems like LSU's been feeling down these last 3 rounds. UAH starting to take control of this map. Off the back of the pistol, LSU able to find 4. Now they're looking for a mid hit. Trying to get CTL out of position. That's good damage on the grenade. They're dropping him down to 68. Nighthawk being found towards connector,
wow.
and that's CTL going down towards mid. So a nice mid take, and Click able to find one. Oh, excuse me, I was just reading the kill cam. Or not kill cam, the feed. A little bit too much there. Was doubling down, and so it's a 3v5. We see Titan here on connector, spraying through the smoke. Now his position is revealed, and we see immediate rotation. They say he wants that connector. Let's just go B.
Yeah, Buddy's now going to have a tough one, as he doesn't have a teammate to be on that quick rotate. His only teammates close by is actually the player inside a connector dropping out of here. He's going to go ahead and push around through this smoke. He's going to let them start to fall in here. This is actually probably the right. Oh, no, the molly gave away his position, but he's still going to do some damage here. He's able to at least drop one. Now you got the quick rotate. Titan's going to be on the flank here through the apartments. You got one inside of Market, and that's Dig Big.
Yeah, they know he's coming from Market, given the Molotov, but they do not know about the flank in Titan. So we'll have to keep an eye on him now that it is all up to him. And he actually used the utility to try to get a grenade down, and exactly, it looks like Matt's calling him out. Like, why were you doing that? Have your gun out. 5-3, as I just said. LSU starting to lose some of their stride. They immediately pick it back up. Just merely a speed bump in the road.
Yeah, I like watching the 3-on-3 battle happening inside of mid. You've got from UAH, you have Titan that is over there inside of Connector. You have Nighthawk that's watching from Cat, and then you have CTL that is watching from Window. And they're fighting it out with 3 players from LSU, and I believe it is probably, yep, it's Josh as well as Miracle, and I'm assuming, yep, it is Clack. Yep. So there you go. We're probably going to see this default setup round after round, allowing Free to have enough time to get here into underpass just underneath Window and see if he can clear out the connector. So they're just getting working this timing here, and this might not work out well enough because the timing does follow suit there, and Titan picks up a second one. It's easy whenever all you have to do is shoot the backside of somebody, and that's going to leave Clack there inside of mid. He does have his teammate there, Miracle, who's just next to the bomb right now. And Matt's going to see if he can find an opening inside of the A-bomb site while his teammate's going to rotate back around. But look out over on the other side. That is Dig Big, who's on the flank, and he does take down Matt, who was starting to fall back. And there's Dig Big. Dig Big realizes he hears the footsteps. 40 seconds left here in the round. He's going to go ahead and make the call. He knows at least one. And you can see the rotation happening here from the counter-terrorist side. Dig Big holding the angle, picks up the one there on the Miracle. Clack with an AWP in hand is still challenging it out. See if he can pick up one up on top, and he's got that LSU Tiger Blade. See if he can do something here with it.
Let's see if he's got Tiger Blood now, as there's 5 people, and they're going to be hunting down this AWP. Well, he's got one on the Titan. He was the one who
really
opened up this
knife.
round.
Oh,
even
leg.
tagged him. Oh my
no.
goodness, no
Moving?
way, Clack, don't you do this.
Oh, man. Clack was feeling it.
He absolutely was. But that is not going to be enough in feeling it, and the score is now 5-4 on the UAH. Man, this match seems like it is flying by. Already almost at the half here. Well, I guess not that close. We're at 9. We're at round 10 and half's at 15, so I can do my math. We're 2/3 of the way there.
Weren't you claiming that you're really good at math?
Yeah, I do numbers good.
Okay, cool. I do math with numbers. That's an inside joke for the production team. All right, so now Titan is going to pick up one with the AK headshot. There was a lot of action happening over there towards the A ramp. Dig Big spots quite a few. Let's see if he can be able to make. Oh, the pop flash over the top was going to help out Dig Big, but Free is there to support his teammates. And now here comes the spray from Nighthawk. 1, 2, 3, looking for his 4th. And there it is. He picks up 4, and his teammate Titan T was the one that picked it up early in the round. And we are all tied up at 5. And this is a very flashy match. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the most methodical or the very, strategic. It is just flashy. And you can see Nighthawk right here getting kill after kill. That's just really nice to see.
Yeah, and on top of that, it seems like pretty much everyone's having a great performance for themselves. So it's just overall team play, overall standout performances from just about everyone. So now they're going to nade stack onto Window. That's going to find CTL, but only gets him down to 45. And now they're starting to push down towards mid. CTL is going to try to get himself out of there, not wanting to take any more of a beating, and he finds his smoke and finds his way out. Dig gets the first hit, and Nighthawk following it up onto Clack, and now we find Miracle jumping through Window, and it doesn't seem like CTL knows that he's there, so he can find one opening, and actually Nighthawk had his back. Literally shot him in the back, and Dig Big finds the last one on to Cats. That will close out round number 11. 6-5 in favor of UAH.
Yeah, once we break from this this freeze time, I want to take a look at the scoreboard and just see how the series of rounds have been bouncing back and forth. And you can see right there, first 4 were right coming in for LSU, then a trade of 3, 1, and then 3 again. So UAH doing a really good job coming back into this game and taking the lead for the first time. And so now Josh working his way inside of mid. There's been a little bit of an alteration on the UAH side on their defense, as CTL now is working his way back towards Window. I think they were probably worrying about a quick A push. And Nighthawk goes down from chair for Miracle. Lots of attention on mid from LSU right now. They're checking all of their corners, while they've got one player right now working towards the A ramp. That is going to be Matt. Matt has been the lurker for LSU. We've seen that. Of course, now he's worried about his 6 because Dig Big last time was able to flank him and take him out from Palace. Still a lot of push up here. They've been delayed for a little bit there due to that molly. And here comes the push. Dig Big, 1, looks for a second. Not going to happen. It's Free, exchanges with him. Now working inside the site, there's going to be Titan. Another free is just picking up all of the trades. That makes sense. You got a nice little photo, a headshot that looks like his. I mean, that makes sense. He's going to take all the trades.
Buddy trying to use that small little gap in the smoke where he can, but not able to find enough as the bomb goes down. We see Free very forward position there onto Ticket Booth, and he might catch Buddy if he doesn't catch the angle. The Molotov's going to go down. He's going to see the utility. Nice play there from Free. He's going to save his teammate. And what a shot. Corey, you couldn't even contain yourself. Every time you see that, I know in your mind, you just go,
I mean, sure, it's a part of the video game. Is that a... Yeah, so one of the things, the skins are allowed, for those that are curious. Skins are allowed, they're frowned upon for some of the player models, but you can use them. Clack with a nice shot to start things off there. Clack is a really a good clean opper, watching on how he's been playing. Feels very, very comfortable with it. So now we've got them working Free again, working on the underpass. This time Nighthawk, it does get himself another one. And he's in a tough spot, though. He's going to go ahead and apply this pressure here. And he almost takes out Clack. Clack down to 3 HP. And so now it's left up to Dig Big, Buddy, and CTL. CTL holding down Connector, and Buddy is trying to reposition himself over there inside. And there goes one. And, tries to get a quick flick. And it's not going to happen, as now Dig Big needs to worry about his A-ramp. He hears those footsteps coming, and he sprays away. No! That is a terrible gunfight. In the end, Miracle says, I'm done watching that one over there, and now it's going to be left up to Buddy, down to a 1-on-2. Sometimes you get a little over-anxious, and you want to make that shot, and then you try to overcorrect yourself. So it makes sense. It's just fun. It's funny to watch there. Buddy picking up another one. Now it's down to a 1-on-1 Free. He says nothing is free whenever you're trying to come into the A-bomb site, as now Buddy trying to clear things out, goes ahead and throws himself a molly. That's going to be a little bit deep there. He's going to peek around the corner, and that's something you just have to know, as the bomb is not going to get defused, and then Free is going to pick up the kill. 7-6. Coming in here for LSU against UAH.
And that is behind the back of Free, who is 14-7. Man, if this guy, his attire is just as good as his gameplay, as he is absolutely stepping up for his team here. With that said, he's having a stand-up performance, but the score line is only one round apart. And it seems like he knew they were wanting to push, had the angle, had everything, and CTL thankful to get away with his life there. They're going to have some information to see that they're watching mid. And now CTL trying to fight on the Free, as just we were talking about him, gets taken up by the USP, so that's got to hurt. Walks away without even taking a hit. CTL dodging every bullet in this round so far. Let's see, he's able to dodge another bullet in mid. As Clack is still watching it, and he's not able to find it this time. He gets taken down. Now they're starting to make their way into the B-apps. As we've seen, Buddy's been here every time. He does not have the Molotov, but he's got Nighthawk with the Deagle, and so we're seeing the execute coming to take place.
CZ right here.
Titan starting to make his rotation over with Dig, and now Buddy.
Yeah, don't shoot there. That's smart. Gonna allow this to come in here. It's causing trying to cause a ruckus. And Nighthawk, though, inside of the site. He's dropped 2. It's left up to Miracle, down to a 2-on-1. As you know, that Titan's probably going to wait for his teammate, Dig Big is going to wait for his teammate, but that's not going to really work out for him, as now they know they're going to be on the flank here watching the window, and there goes Miracle. Great job by Miracle. He picks up 4 in that round. And so LSU extending that lead by 2 as we head into the final round of the first half.
And that's exactly what it needed to be for him, a miracle. I think it was a 1v3 situation, and it just finds clean shots all the way through. And now he's at 16 for himself, overtaking Free with that 4K. So a lot of standout performers here from LSU as the last round of the half. CTL is going to get smoked off on mid, but he's still got a window, and he gets tagged up by the scout, not able to close him out. And Josh now getting picked through mid, Buddy getting exchanged, but doing a lot of damage in the meantime.
Yeah, you see the swap up there as Buddy was now playing Catwalk, and they're going to make a call out here from LSU. They're going to question that. Now, Nighthawk, again, has got an AWP, so that's the right call. And so he's going to hold this angle. And CTL is taking a lot of damage, so he's actually playing a very passive play style there inside of windows. So he's just going to be watching from afar. We saw that yesterday. But now it looks like they're rotating towards the A-bomb site, and it's going to be a plan of attack happening here for Dig Big and Titan T. Titan T's got a unique angle. He's probably going to leverage the fact that he might be able to hear them push out towards the balcony. And there's going to be the first one, but that's going to be a tough shot there. He does pick up at least one. The bomb is yet to make it into the site yet. Nade's coming over the top. He's still taking a lot of damage there. And there will be one player that's going to be able to push through. That's free inside of CT Spawn. And there's the challenge, and he picks up 2. And again, allowing himself to freely make his way into CT Spawn and picks up another one free. 3 kills in the round. And 9-6 is your score line for LSU. As you can see, there was that mid-chunk. And here's another look at Free getting those last 3 kills in the round. And that's how that one wrapped up. There is now, again, 9-6 in favor of LSU, and we'll see how well this pistol round goes. The previous LSU did win the pistol round, and one of the things you'll kind of take notes of is the fact that LSU won the first few rounds. They won 1 in the middle, and then they won the remaining last rounds, and that's where they ended up with that 9-6 scoreline.
Yeah, this game so far has been going like a yo-yo, always up and down for both teams, but LSU able to capitalize the most as the 6-9 scoreline. And Free not able to find the shots and only gets 1 because of it. It is now a 3v3, and Dig starting to make his way onto the side. He's not checking under Palace, and maybe didn't need to pull the trigger yet as Miracle, but it doesn't matter. Nighthawk didn't turn around and didn't see him there, and so that's going to close it out. That is 10 on the board in the pistol round for LSU.
Yeah, Miracle just holding his position. You don't have to have – not every single shot needs to be flashy. Sometimes it takes a few pews to be able to get yourself a kill. And so we saw that there from Miracle. He is playing extremely well. Both Free and Miracle are playing well for LSU. 10-6. As right now you can see it's a full save coming in. We got one P250. And that P250 is causing a ruckus as Miracle – gets dropped early, and he's going to try to be able to backtrack. He will not pick up the weapon. He did take some damage along the way. And so now we see the bomb carrier has made his way through the underpass, and it looks like they might try to be able to boost up Buddy and see if he can cause some interference here inside of the window. Peeking over the top, there's an angle, and he will not get the kill. That's a tough one to see as Clack's going, man, that could have been a lot worse than it really was. Matt was being challenged there from the bench, and now it's down to a 2-on-4. And Dig Big is going to join up with his team inside of mid. They know that Titan T is over by chair. They'll probably challenge that one. They do. That's Clack. And Clack picks up another one. That's 4 Clacks coming in, 11-6 for LSU.
Yeah, great synchronization there from Clack, as you saw. The second he saw bullets being fired at his teammate, he ran out there with the FAMAS, able to take one down. And I think this is that exactly. Oh, it is not. We're seeing on Titan, this is the round ending. And we see there, nice little spray, and then keeping his ankles warm as he crouches down. 11-6 in favor of LSU. Now we're seeing a mid-play coming out here for Nighthawk and the team. A little bit aggressive side from LSU. They want to put their foot on the gas, but it looks like they're not going to be on the right side of this prediction, but they will still find they will find Buddy and take the rifle out of his hands, replacing their MP7. That's got to feel good, and Clack able to find some more damage with this FAMAS. CTL getting hunted down by Josh, and my goodness, this round is unfolding. It's all left to Titan. Has the A site, but does not have the bomb, and I believe on the other side, that is Miracle. He's going to spot the bomb. He spots one at connector. Position is now revealed, and we see Matt able. Oh, my lord. This is all of a sudden very possible. Missing the shot on 3 HP, and so we see Titan. He's going to have to get 4K to end out the round. There's Josh, and there's Free. They play together, hold the site, play it cool, but there is 50 seconds. Anything can happen here, and as we see, Josh might be having a slow game for himself, but he still has an AK and full health and armor with this 3 health opponent. All you have to do is just land 1 shot. Teammate should be calling out that he is on fire, and there is Free. He's going to peek out, he's going to see him, and he's going to take him down. That's going to be 12 on the board. Good stuff from LSU, able to close that round, even though it seemed a little strange, and there you see it, Josh, 5 and 15. What I say is providing the moral support for the team. That's the position I'm very familiar with, is just keeping everyone's spirits up, and now we see a timeout coming through on the side of LSU.
Yeah, so Josh was one of the players that early in the game, he was getting picked off by Nighthawk through the smoke. So changed a little perspective, but the reality is he's got 2 teammates. He has 3 teammates that are playing extremely well, being Miracle, Clack, and Free. On the flip side for UAH, you've currently got Dig Big at 12 and 14, and Titan T at 14 and 14, and Nighthawk at 14 and 12. So they're all kind of even on the UAH side, and we'll see. So LSU and their setup is pretty traditional, and now we'll see whether or not UAH elects to go ahead and full push. There is a player lurking inside of that's going to be Titan T over by Palace, but the action's really happening over here towards this side. Now Free's going to eliminate him over on the other bomb side, and now they're being dropped one by one here in this eco. And now Buddy on board. There you go. You got the angle coming in from Josh. Josh going to be able to pick up that one. 13-6 in favor of LSU, and LSU playing really well in map number 1 of this. Of course, this is just a best of 1, but map number 1 of this Group D. They will be, whichever team wins this match will be advancing against Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw being the number 4 seed in the tournament, so that will be a mighty fight to fight against. But Clack able to find one towards mid, and that's Nighthawk, so he's out of the round in 4v5 already. Good pick from Clack. He's been lights out on that AWP. I don't think we've even seen a missed shot. We've seen some leg shots from him, but he's been performing immensely in this map so far. Trying to do it all for himself, flash out, or maybe even just trying to get some counter utility use. And now he sees one towards mid. There's a missed shot, but he sees them there at least, so he's going to call that out.
Just barely catches the smoke.
And now we see one player on the team getting a more aggressive terrain to take ladder room, and that is
Clack realizes that his teammate was dropped, so he's going to start to rotate back around through CT spawn to be able to provide a little bit more support there for Miracle. Matt has rotated. He's got himself a position here inside of ladder room. There's going to be one player right there. Digbig was just waiting to be able to hold down Mouse 1, but there was a flank that's happened for Josh. Josh taking down the bomb carrier. And it's going to be left up here to Titan T all by himself now after Digbig goes down, and Clack is right there inside a connector and picking up the headshot. 14-6. LSU, they must have been deathmatching like crazy before they started this game, because they are completely warmed up. There is no cobwebs or anything like that. They came in as a well-oiled machine and making some really good shots throughout this game. 14-6 again for LSU.
Couldn't agree more, Corey. I would say that their strategies, there really isn't too much depth to it so far. We haven't seen them try to flex their strategy muscles. It's just everyone's hitting their shots, and we're seeing how deadly that can be, as Miracle actually missing against Dig, and now they're pushing onto the site, but they don't check Palace. Free's able to get one, Buddy taking him out in return. So now we're seeing the rotation, and now we're seeing the A hit in effect. The bomb is down. Clack playing it from Ticket Booth with that AWP. He sees one and tries to get a little bit too fast. He had the time, but misses the shot. That might have been their best opportunity to try to get one. We see the players spread out on the site, and we're seeing Josh coming in through jungles, throwing out all that utility, and now it's going to force one person out. Matt getting sprayed through, and that's Buddy finding one. Clack able to find Buddy, and now we found it into a 2v2. He still sees him on Palace, gets the shot. Clack, that is a nice flick there. The last player's in sandwich, and that's Titan. He's got to go. He doesn't see him. What a smart play here. He has the kit, is Clack, but he's got to get the shot now, and he doesn't find it. Nice hold there from Titan, and they're able to get the 7th round on the board for themselves. Their first round on the T side for them, Corey. That is huge.
Yeah, so they needed, of course, that round because they were losing all sorts of momentum. Of course, that would have already could have put them at game point. But picking up that AWP, he's got a really good spawn. He's going to go ahead and try to challenge Clack here inside of mid. But Clack just inside of window. There comes the smoke over the top. Went ahead for that pre-fire. Nothing to come of it.
Little curious on the buy here from UAH. Everyone invested except for CTL. So I'm a little curious if he's going to double save and try to get it up 2 rounds from now, if that's the circumstances. But now we're trying to see CTL find a pick onto Josh. Not able to find it, do some damage. But that is one down. And then we see the bomb still back in T-spawn towards apartment's going to get picked up by Dig now.
Yeah, the only thing I would disagree with that is, I mean, you have to kind of work as a team, figuring out what you want to do. Of course, their money was just reset, right? They lost their round bonus after winning that round, and so they would really be hurting on money going into this next round. You're going to see about 4K coming in for CTL on this next round if UAH loses it. But at this point in time, you can no longer be thinking about the fact that you're going to be losing rounds. You have to be thinking about that. Really kind of talk to the motivational speaker and tell you, hey, you can do it. Get the little confidence kitty poster and tell you, you're on your way up. So here we are. 3-on-4. Dig big. There's Titan challenging inside a catwalk. He goes ahead and tries to be aggressive. He's going to get taken out. Now here's, crossway as Buddy. There goes Dig Big. Dig Big's picked up too now. And there goes Clack. Clack said, I'm sorry, I wasn't there to be able to get there in time. He does pick up the hat trick, but now we are at game point for LSU. And you can see right there, there is actually, wait, did I miss something? It says they're at $3,400 in round bonus.
That doesn't quite add up there,
It added up on how CTL picked it up, but maybe I'm missing around somewhere. But here we have it. So Free holding down. And whoa, quick Deagle headshot. He'll get quickly traded, though. Now down to a 3-on-3. Clack holding this sliver of an angle as the bomb's going to get planted by Dig Big.
And last time we saw the A take, they were able to walk away with a round. So they still have 3 rifles in the hands of Dig, Nighthawk, and Buddy. 2 of those being AKs, and they've got themselves in decent positions, but they do not have the utility. So they're just gonna have to hold on tight as we start seeing the CTs pushing